Welcome everyone back to Massage with Katrina. I'm Katrina, and in today's video we're going to be doing a self-massage for shin splints. Feel free to follow along. Just be sure you talk to a doctor before you give yourself a massage. Make sure they give you the okay. But otherwise, let's get rid of these shin splints. All right, let's get started. So you can sit on a bench or a table, you can sit on the floor or a chair, just anywhere that you can prop your leg up just like this. And then if you're wearing long pants, just go ahead and get those out of the way. And then go ahead and grab your favorite oil or lotion. So you don't need a lot of lotion or oil, just get enough to where your hands aren't gonna catch on the dryness of your skin. It's better to have too little than have too much. So just grab a little bit. Honestly, if you get too much lotion or oil on, just spread it around to anywhere else. That's the great thing about lotion, is it's good for your skin. And go ahead and rub that in all down the front of your shin. And then once you get enough of that lotion spread out, you're going to start to warm up the muscle. And to do that, you're kind of doing a squeezing circular motion with your hands, starting up at the knee and then just working your way down towards the ankle. There we go. So what I'm doing is kind of pushing with my palms, but squeezing with my fingers. And then once you get down to your ankle, go ahead and do that same motion, but start working your way back up. The front of your shin will probably start to feel kind of warm, but that's good. That just means we're getting some blood flowing, getting that muscle used to being manipulated. This is kind of like stretching before a long run. You don't want to just jump right into the run here. And what I'm doing now is just pulling straight up. And do the same thing back down. And then I'm just going to use one hand and kind of wrap my fingers around, here I'll show you up here, wrap my fingers around this side of that tibia bone that runs down the front. And I'm kind of squeezing with pushing in with my heels and squeezing with my fingers. So just really getting that muscle on either side of the tibia warmed up. And you can shake that hand out if that made it tired. Switch to the other side as you work your way up. Awesome. And kind of use your heel to rub out around that kneecap, because all these muscles that go up the shin, they attach up here in the knee. So we want to be sure we get those attachments nice and warmed up as well. Okay, awesome. So let's jump into some more deeper tissue work. So go ahead and make a fist, and we're going to be using this part of the knuckles. So I want you to place that part of the knuckles, find the inner line of that tibia bone, and then kind of right at the base of your knee, you're going to place those knuckles right there. So kind of butting up against the kneecap and up against the tibia bone. And then applying pressure, you're going to push in and kind of slide out to the side. Slide towards the midline of your body. And then just go a little ways down and do the same thing. Sliding out nice and slow. Try not to rush this, because you really want to get into that muscle. So just keep working your way down, applying pressure. If you need to adjust your sitting, you can. Like if you need to turn more to the side, maybe you need to prop this leg up on something so you can just apply pressure straight down. Whatever you need to do, go ahead and probably do that right now, because we're going to keep working on the shin. This is probably going to feel pretty sore. If you get shin splints consistently, this is going to be a pretty good burn, even just this warm up. But stick with it. Just keep working your way down. Clear down into the ankle. See, my ankle is where I'm sore. So pay attention to those spots. If there are certain areas that are more tender than others, pay attention to those, because we're going to come back to it. But let's do that again. Starting at the top, butt up against the edge of that tibia and slide out to the side. So what we're doing is trying to loosen up that fascia along the tibia. Shin splints usually show up on the inner side of the tibia bone. And it's just because that fascia has really bound up and stuck together. And it can be from a lot of different things. It can be from maybe you wore a pair of shoes that changed the shape of your foot a little bit, changed the way you were walking, and it made all these muscles seize up. I know a lot of runners get shin splints. Some people just get shin splints and they don't know why. It might be just the way their foot was shaped when they were born, and the way their foot is shaped kind of affects the way they walk. Anyway, shin splints can be from a lot of different things, and I think we've all probably experienced them at some point or another. If you're watching this video, you most likely have. Okay, keep working your way down. Awesome. And then just go ahead and do those circular motions again. Kind of rub out some of that achiness. So now what you're going to do is take this, mostly the middle knuckle. Same thing, you're going to start right at the base of the knee and just press. This is going to be a more pinpointed pressure. This might feel a little more sharp. But go ahead and apply pressure and slide all the way down your leg, right along that tibia bone. Right up against it. Don't be too far out to the side. Make sure you're right against that tibia bone. Whew. And this will probably feel pretty sore. So the more sore it is, like if it is really painful for you, I want you to slow down and go really slow. Don't race through this because it'll just hurt a lot and it won't really get the muscle loosened up very well. So follow all the way down that tibia bone. So you can see I'm kind of out to the side as I get towards the ankle. That's because this is the tibia bone down here. So just slide all the way down to that outer edge. Hopefully you can see this, that outer edge of the ankle. Ooh, and that's where I'm sore. Ooh. Okay, maybe rub that out a little bit if that was really tender. Kind of work your way back up to the knee. Okay, we're gonna do that again. Same thing, go ahead and start up, butt up against the bottom of the knee and the side of that tibia with these two knuckles. And you're just gonna slide real slow, slide down the whole edge of that bone. It might not be quite as tender this time, which is awesome if that's the case. And just keep sliding. Ooh, if you get to a sore spot, again, slow down. The slower you slide, the better, because that's really going to get a good stretch in that fascia. It's really going to help to pull that apart. Now, here's something we can add, kind of depending on how you're sitting. Go ahead and take your other hand and cup under your foot, because you can flex and point your foot as you do this. So maybe you don't even need your hand. Just as you slide, flex your foot and then point your toes. And same thing, you don't have to move really fast. You could go kind of slow. Oh, man. I'm reminded why shin splints hurt so bad. Same thing, okay, rub that out, work your way up to the knee, and we're gonna do it one more time. So hang in there, do it one more time, you're not gonna regret it. This is really gonna help your shin splints. So same thing, place those knuckles right at the base of the knee, up against the tibia, and this time flex and point your toes the whole way you're working down that tibia. And depending on how bad your shin splints are, like how tight this has been or how long these muscles have been tight, you might need to do this a couple more times. I'll leave that up to you, but just for the sake of not making the video 45 minutes long, I'll just stop after this stroke. But kind of up to you how many times you feel like you need this. Okay, go ahead and rub that out, work your way back up. Now we're going to do the same thing, but on this side of the tibia. Most people don't really get shin splints over here, but it's better to work these muscles on both sides, just so you're evened out. So same thing, take those knuckles, kind of find that base of your knee and that outer edge of the tibia. And I'm using a different arm. I'm actually not as strong on this side, so if you need to, you can grab the back of your wrist and use your other hand to apply more pressure if you need it. You might not. But that way you're not having to just use only this arm and make this arm tired. So same thing, just slide down nice and slow. And I'm sorry if I'm covering it up while I brace it. I just wanted to show you that this was an option. And go ahead and slide all the way down. You might feel a little bit of a burn. That's good. That means you need it. But this side probably won't burn quite so bad. Oh, I forgot to rub it out on the way up. Rub it out a bit and go ahead and do that again. We'll do this 2 more times, just like the other side. Keep it even, 3 and 3. Just move nice and slow. Brace your hand if you need to. If you feel like your arm's getting tired, your hand's getting tired, or you're not applying enough pressure. And just slide all the way down. Keep going, stick with it. Don't give up early. Go all the way down, almost like into the top of the foot. Clear down into your ankle. Oh my gosh, my ankles need this. Oh my gosh, I'm sore. All right, one more time. Slide down, don't rush it. I know we're getting close to the end, but keep applying a good pressure using the point of those knuckles. There we go. Get close. Make sure you're breathing too. That's something we all forget. I think a lot of us tend to hold our breath when we experience anything kind of painful. So make sure you're breathing. Okay, go ahead and rub that out a little bit because that was a little fiery. Okay, next part, we're going to be using just our fingertips and find the outer edge of that tibia. And just start at the base of your knee. You're gonna push in with your fingertips and you're gonna pull that fascia out. So you're really just only applying pressure straight in towards yourself, but as you do that, you're sliding out to the side. And what that's doing is helping to pull that fascia farther away from the tibia that's tightened up. So same thing, we're just gonna work our way down the tibia as we do this. Apply pressure. And I know we kind of did this earlier with the fist, but this with your fingertips is just a much more pinpointed pressure. It's kind of like the detailed work. The fist goes through and kind of gets everything warmed up, but the fingertips will really get in that deeper tissue and just a pointy pressure. It's a very scientific word, pointy. But just keep applying pressure as you slide out to the side. Keep going. And obviously you can see it when I slide out. I'm not going clear around back into my calf. I'm only going really to the side of the leg here. But just keep working your way down. And we're just going to do this one once. Unless you feel like you need it, feel free to do this as many times as you want. The thing about massage is there's no one way to do it. You just got to do what feels good and what seems to help the most. So if one of these techniques seem to help the most, then do that as much as you need. I mean, I'm not going to be upset if you change my my little lesson to fit better for your needs. Okay, there we go. Just keep sliding out. And this is kind of a weird angle for me, so I'm going to switch to my thumbs. I'm doing the same thing, but just using my thumbs instead as I get down into that ankle. Maybe focus on that ankle a little bit if you need to. I feel like maybe we need a video for how to massage the front of your ankle. Okay, there we go, that feels a little better. Okay, go ahead and rub that out. Same thing, just those circular motions. Maybe move your foot as you kind of rub up. Just help get some more movement in that shin. Okay. Awesome. In the future, I want to make a video that shows you how to do cupping on the front of your shin, because I found through trial and error that actually seems to work really well to alleviate the tension that builds up and gives you shin splints. So once I film that video, I'll put the link for it in the description below so that you can, maybe if you feel like you need a little bit more or your shin splints haven't gone away, go go ahead and try that video out and see if cupping works for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this was helpful for you. Stay safe out there, friends, and I hope everyone has a great day. Thanks for watching.